Hello and hi, my name is Connor. In this video, we are going to be doing my June roundup of all of my favorite Japanese EPs. This is a kind of video that I make every month, and if you would like to catch up on the previous installments, there is a playlist probably linked right here. I'm pretty sure it's right here. Okay, so first up, we have the debut EP from the newly formed band Romanesco Roman. It is called Mo iku ne, and this is such a 2000s rock throwback EP. I feel like I'm getting a lot of Slow Dive and also Death Cab for Cutie and also the Postal Service and maybe a little bit Modest Mouse. And with all that said, this really gives me some very strong Seattle indie rock vibes. I feel like this band would really fit well on maybe KEXP. I'd love to see them on there. I think that'd be sick. As far as Japanese music goes, I think they really sound a lot like NaNoWriMo and also Doubt. So I think if you like those two bands, you will probably really like them a lot. So what can I say about this EP? Well, it features some really nice soft rock songs that are also sort of leaning a little post-rock too. Something else I really need to mention too is the sound of the bass on this album. I love the basses. I'm not sure what their name is. I'd love to find out. But man, it just keeps every song chugging, and I just find that it really perfectly suits the sound that the band is going for here. There are 6 songs on this EP, and it runs about 25 minutes, so it might as well be like a proper full album, even if the runtime is sort of on the shorter side. But man, in general, I just think this EP lays such a fantastic foundation for whatever they could make next. On top of that too, I really think that they could really move in any direction musically that they want. I do really think that they are absolutely nailing that post-rock sound mixed with a little bit of shoegaze, not quite, maybe more so because of all of the reverb on some of the guitars. I really do like a lot of the songs on this EP, but I think just in the interest of time, I'm only going to highlight 3 of them. I really like the song Kanrasha. It really sounds to me like a mix of NaNoWriMo and also Yukiguni, who I've covered in the past, and I absolutely love all of their work, very obviously, if you've seen those videos. And so I'm very happy to hear Romanesco Roman sound in that same sort of hemisphere too. The final song of this EP is called Baoto. This song features an absolutely soaring guitar melody and a really cute and spacey backing guitar on the outro of this song as well. I think my absolute favorite song on the album would probably be the one titled Ukazenya. I would say that's primarily because of the very cutesy lyrics about love, but primarily it's because of that fantastic guitar panned all the way to the leftmost channel. I don't know which guitarist that is, but man, they are doing such a nice job, and I love whatever effect they are using over it too. The guitar just sounds so jangly and so classic shoegazy for that reason. So yeah, in summary for this band, I think they have a very bright future ahead of them. Even if it's in a totally other genre, I take it because I just think they all work so well together and that they just have a real aptitude for making really cool sounding indie rock music. So check them out. Next up, we have the new EP from the band Banshimoku, and it is called monku no hitotsu mo ii tai, which is just very long and I had to have it written down or else I was going to forget it immediately. Let me start off by saying that this EP totally kicks ass. It is so cool. I think it's a real toss-up. However, I think my favorite aspect of this EP and just kind of their music in general is the mixing. I just think it is so fantastic on this EP. From the opening few seconds, I was floored by the drummer's layout in the mix. His name is Yamato, and he not only sounds fantastic, but he plays extremely well across this song and this entire EP too. And honestly, I think this is maybe one of my favorite EPs so far this year. I think it has a ton going for it. I think it is super fun. I think it is super energetic. I just like a lot of what's happening here. And then of course, we also have the lead singer who is named Shion Chiga. And also, as usual, she sounds fantastic across every single song. Her voice is just so clear and crisp and demanding, and that is exactly what I want to hear in the voice of a punk singer. I also love the sound of whoever they got for the bass on this EP. That slap goes crazy and really makes me think of Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I really love all of the songs here. I think my absolute favorites though would probably be the first and the fourth songs just because of how cool and hype they just kind of are. I think honest to God too, this is probably my favorite project from them in general. I just really think that they have refined their sound here in a really fun and appealing way for really anyone, as long as you like rock music in general. This EP is just short and concise, yet still packs a really heavy punch. Check out this band, check out this EP. Thank you so much. Okay, so next up, we have the new EP from the band Muku. It is called Dope, and I would say it is pretty dope too. So last year I had reviewed their very first album, which was called Dungeon, and I actually liked it a lot. And that's primarily because this band is sort of an pop, math rock, electronic group. And so because of that, this band is totally right in my lane. I really did like their album from last year, and honestly, I think it's only grown on me since. So with that said too, I'm very happy that this EP features a lot of similar music from that, because it's just more for me to love. However, despite saying that, they still cover a lot of new stuff here too. Take for instance the song Ghost. That has some kind of Latin pop influence on it, and I was not expecting that from this kind of band at all, but man, they really make it work. This song is way more poppy than pretty much anything else they've ever made, and I really like that sound for them as well. I just think they are nailing it on like all cylinders here. There's just some fantastic production and guitar work and also percussion just all over here. I also love the singing as usual. I think it totally suits all of the arrangements here, and I really could not ask for a better follow-up to that album. I just really like it a lot. So yeah, in general, I think this EP is just more of the same, except in a whole new package. And I think it works really well. And also as a side note, I just have to mention the bass. It is so groovy, and also it's like mixed really loudly in the mix, and I think that sounds awesome. For that reason, weirdly enough, this EP really reminds me of Calvin Harris's side project Funk Wave, if you're familiar with that at all. It's just so fun and funky and summery, and it just really nails that specific sound. It knew what it wanted to do, and it went in, and it accomplished it with like no fuss. Okay, so next up, we have the sort of EP which I'm cheating on from the band Cho Cho Syrups. Okay, so this band actually disbanded, I think like 8 or 9 years ago, but they just sort of released this EP with very little notice. I think they announced it like 2 days before it came out. And so it's not technically an EP. It's technically a single with 3 songs on it. However, the band called it an EP on their Twitter. I think for that reason, it's okay to consider it an EP if the band said so themselves. It just seems like on streaming services, they uploaded it as a single, but it has 3 songs. So, I am so happy that this thing exists. I feel like they've really matured and also elevated their classic sound here. It's still math rock, it's still jazzy, it's still amazing. And so I say that because not many Japanese math rock bands are really into that really heavy reverb sound that you could really find on, I'd say, early 2010s Trico and also Paranoid Void. That's not really here anymore, but Cho Cho said, nah, we're bringing it back. And man, they make it work, and it sounds better than ever. I really feel like this is part of their hallmark sound, and honestly, I don't think it would feel right at all if they chose to move on from it, so I'm happy it makes a comeback. That's so cool. I haven't had a chance to really dissect the lyrics yet, just because they were not out yet when I started writing my notes for this video, but what I will say is that I think I like what I hear. So, 2 thumbs up for me for that reason. I sincerely hope that this single or EP really means that there is a whole new album on the way, because the band has not missed a step at all in the past 9 years. I don't know how they did it. It sounds like they never left. And I feel like they don't get the recognition in the like current Japanese indie rock yet math rock landscape that they deserve, because they are, in my opinion, one of the pioneers of the current sound. So, what's my favorite song on here? I'm not quite sure, and I say that because really and truly, pretty much all of the songs are like on the exact same level for me on my likeness meter, I guess. I think gun to my head, my favorite song might be Hekireki, just because the final 90 seconds of this song are just beautiful. And like I said, everything I want out of a Cho Cho Syrup song. They're so back. I'm so happy. And speaking of bands that are back, I am so happy to talk about and to include the new Chilli Beans EP in this video. It's called The Outside Wind, and honestly, I think it is fantastic. So in case you haven't seen my video on their newest album from last year, I did not like that album. I thought it was awful, and I thought it was a real decline from their second album, which I already thought was a huge decline from their very fantastic first album. So with that said, I did not expect this EP to make this list at all. This EP is like a complete 180 on that previous album, and I love everything here. Unfortunately, it is a very short EP. I think it's only like 11 minutes long, but the 4 songs here pack a punch, and they are all just so high quality. I was not expecting that from the band at this point in their career, but they're so back, and it is so fantastic. Now, while I do love all of the musicians in the band, they are technically only a 3-piece band, and they don't technically have a drummer in the band. Well then, who's the drummer? Well, it is none other than my favorite drummer of all time, Yusuke Yoshida from the band Trico, who is playing on every song here. This EP was made for me specifically. And so as much as I love him, he's not in the band, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about him here, but I am happy to say that because he is in this video is now officially a part of my Trico Extended Universe playlist, which you should check out because every member just kind of makes it around, and it really is a like connected universe, if you will. It's so much fun. Please go check out some of those videos. But anyway, about the band Chilli Beans. Every member here sounds in top form. They sound fantastic. Like I said, we're so back. Oh my god, this EP rocks. I think one of my favorite songs on the album would probably be the one titled Tragedy. And that's because there is this fantastic interplay between the guitarist and the bassist, and it is just such a joy to hear. This EP features a very moody kind of vibe. However, the final song called Pineapple is a very happy holiday vacation sort of like sounding song. I saw the music video for it last night, and it looks like they filmed it on a beach in Guam, I want to say, and that just is really how the song sounds. This song in particular really reminds me of songs from their very first album, like I'd say Lemonade, also Tremolo. It's just so fun and upbeat, and again, a total return to form. This is a really fun EP with really cool music, even though a lot of it is more kind of sullen, moody, rather than fun. It's still a joy to listen to, and I really love everything happening here, and I'm so happy they somehow got Yusuke Yoshida to be the drummer for the band. I literally could not ask for anything more. This is so cool. And so with that said, that is everything I wanted to talk about in this video. I feel like this month really skewed more rock than anything else, which, hey, I love that genre, and you probably do too, and I think you should check all 5 of these out. They are really, really worth your time, and I think they are just really fantastic works of art in their own right. I think that's really all I can gas them up to be. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one, and see you in the next one, I guess. Okay, bye.